Hey, improved strike craft. We can improve our ships now. So we'll be doing that momentarily. But engineering tech is not something we can easily come by, so... Thruster upgrade for space fauna. Improved corvette hull points. Sounds okay. Storm Relief Center. Cruiser build cost and build speed improved. What about plasma thrusters? Plasma thrusters... afford ships greater maneuverability. Yeah, faster ships is generally really good. Create an astral rift in a system you own. Do you have those sick bioships now? I don't! I've got quite a few bioships available to me. So if we look at our vivarium, we've actually got a lot of different species in here. We've got Space Amoeba, Tianki, and Cthulhuids. Unfortunately, we have not been able to... Here, we're going to get rid of one of those. So that way we harvest the DNA. So I go to Ship Designer, Space Fauna. I can now make my own Cthulhuids. Space rocks. So we can at least do that. Medium, Meteoroid, Slinger. Kinetic, medium, medium. A, what is Devouring Maw? And they regenerate hull points. This would cost vapor to produce. In order to make these mostly invisible, I could. So let's consider this. Because I have the glass. Average damage. Why didn't you beat those guys at the bioships? Even if I beat the guys with the bioships, that doesn't mean I can make bioships. That's not what my Empire does, unfortunately. In a way, I've played with bioships before. I might do another bioship run and make a Empire all about warfare. But my Empire builds the ships and then resides inside of them. They don't... They can't just take over and use bioships, unfortunately. It'd be great if I could make a change in my Empire as the game goes on, but with the way the game's set up, that is not possible. So, if I want to consider making this ship a good... They have a whole bunch of armor. 1,200 health. Versus 600. So, double in health. Their evasion chance is abysmal, though. So, I can make these guys invisible. And then these are doing mostly the same. Damage is 23.59. 14. Okay, so these Cthulhuids do more damage currently. What is this? More evasion chance? Yeah, that's a big no. It'd be great for them to do that, but I don't think we need that. I think they just need more damage. Point defense, energy, and then cyber flagellia. It's a lot of damage. Bog water, right? Have you ever drank a little something called bog water? I have not. Yeah, we'll go with this for now. And then... do I want them to have this point defense? Alright, what does this do? Bonus shield damage. Less armor. Do you want to? I don't think so. These guys use kinetic stuff. What's the range? 0 to 120. We're going to save that. We're going to try this out. What I'm going to do is... we're going to stop with that, and we're going to add the Cathaloids. You know what? We're going to make these called the Meteor class Cathaloid. You know what? No, not Meteor. The Asteroid. Perfect. And remove all that. Cathaloid hatchlings. Sounds good to me. I see you don't have the adventurous spirit, sadly. Pretty certain I know what Bogwater is. I don't think I need to. I don't need to try it. An original name. Yeah, they're unoriginal, but it's easy for me to find. So I'm asteroid class and reinforce. Am I completely out of exotic gases? We are completely out of exotic gases. Should I just tank the price of exotic gases for myself?
Technology researched.
Alrighty, faster hyper drives. That's really good. I don't need any of these. Ooh, advanced combat rolls would be good. More encryption would also be good. Yeah, we're going to go with the advanced combat rolls. Improve our ships that way. Ever play D&D or, God forbid, Magic the Gathering? I've played both, and I used to play D&D a lot, but I still play Magic the Gathering quite a bit. We still have more astral actions. Now, I've actually got my own cube, if you know what that is. However, we're not going to talk about the Spider-Man set. We don't talk about the Spider-Man set. The return of the Abusians to the galactic scene has not gone unnoticed by the other fallen empires present in our galaxy. The Felnol, in particular, appeared most agitated at the news. It seems that these two proud nations are ancient rivals, and though the reasons for the rivalry has long since faded into history, the sudden reawakening of the Abusian restores has inflamed old animosities and triggered a counter-reaction. The Felnol arbitrators have aroused themselves from their slumber to face their old rivals with the whole galaxy as their playground. What would this mean for the rest of us? That's true. They are rivals. Now, they're far away from me, so I shouldn't suffer the wrath of, well, what would be to come. You look like you choose Atraxia every time. No, I don't. And when told to change, you change to a goblin named Markov. A goblin named Markov? Oh, no. Oh, no. Why? Markov ain't no goblin. You know that.
Engaging hostile fleet. Colonization initiated.
Another volley. I am really nervous for this one ship here in particular. It's receiving a lot of volleys, heading straight for it.
Technology researched.
Alrighty, what did we finish researching? Ooh, interstellar campaigns! That's excellent. Create penal colony. Ha ha ha! Jail time for everybody! Let's see. Are you sure about that? You know who Markov is. Oh, I accidentally spat out the wrong menace. I meant Krenko mob boss. True. Alright, much better. But hey, if you're doing that just to test my Magic the Gathering knowledge, good, congratulations. But yeah, no. It is... Krenko is somebody completely different compared to Markov. I want a much faster reroll here. So I think... Because as interesting as all of these are, I think we're better off just grabbing Climate Control Network and re-rolling 5 months from now. My fleets of invisible corvettes are on their way. Are all of my science vessels occupied? They are. They're at least all doing something. And so are my construction ships. That's good. Who do you play then? Your dragon? I've got multiple decks. The last Magic the Gathering deck I made is Sport Tribal. And if you're wondering what the heck is that, congratulations. You are now in the same exact boat as all of my friends. Basically, I grabbed a whole bunch of cards like Strixhaven Stadium, the ball. Pretty much, what color is that? The deck is blue, white, red. Just because it could be different colors, but we had more sports-themed cards in those colors. So we're going with... you hate blue? It depends on how you play blue. I don't really run a lot of counterspells in that deck, actually. It's the only counterspell is... Is it Out of Bounds? No, Out of Bounds, I think, returns to... What about Timeout? I don't remember. Anywho. It's got a whole bunch of themes, and it wins by just saying, by accumulating certain points, and then I say, all right, this player loses the game. So in a one-on-one situation, it does pretty well, but in the free-for-all that Commander is, the deck is terrible. I got another one. It's a plant-themed deck. That one is fun in Commander pods, because I give everybody a whole bunch of plants, and first everyone appreciates them, and then everyone hates getting a whole bunch of plant tokens, because as I give you tokens, people regret it. As the tokens die, people regret it. And the tokens don't die, people regret it. People just regret it. Using a troll that came out in one of the first original Commander Precon decks. Griswold. I have, like, 10 Commander decks, so they all do weird things. I always start losing when, then start sabotaging because it's fun. I like making weird decks. Like, if you follow the actual Magic the Gathering stuff, you should be aware about the new bracket system. Most of my decks are around power level, range between power level 1 to power level 3. I don't make competitive decks. Hey, 2 leaders leveled up. Octavia Amadia leveled up. I mean, I guess I can go with Homesteader. And then Vopiscus Flavarius, who is a commander that is governing Crystal Prime. More soldiers. Make them an enlister. If I can't win, I will make you make sure you don't win worth it. Right? I have a coin flip deck. It literally, the way my coin flip deck works is I set up where if anybody casts a spell, everybody else gets copies of the spell, and then I cast a spell that forces everyone to start flipping coins. If you look up the card Game of Chaos, that immediately makes it to where everybody's flipping coins until somebody at random just wins the game. Depending on how greedy everybody gets. It's great. You like that? Yeah, well, all of my decks have some weird theme or mechanic, so I don't make competitive stuff. I make decks to interact and play with people. Dear Lord. Science produced per technician. Alright, well, we're going to immediately build a generator district here. Then a medical center, then a psychor. Then a whole bunch of luxurious residences. Sounds good to me. You love chaos? Yeah. Chaos can be fun. Physics research from jobs. Mining world. Yeah, we don't need anything else. I mean, everything's pretty much as good as it's going to get. I'm just trying to improve my energy credit income. Speaking of which, we need this to finish upgrading. And as that does, how much are we spending on my ships right now? 400. Yeah, we're going to get more anchorages here. And then this, yeah. We're going to continue to get more anchorages. Alrighty, Astral Siphon allows us to upgrade the Astral Siphon to an Astral Funnel. Astral Funnel increases Astral Thread storage capacity, providing researcher jobs. Nice. Alright, so let's go to our capital of Calistar. And let's see, can I replace that with an Astral Siphon? Planet Limit 1. Ah, produces physicist jobs. And produces more astral threads. Well, where's that world that I just turned away from? There it is. There we go. It was picks. Anywhere else specifically have physicist jobs? Not yet. What build do you hate the most? So, for me, I prefer a more interactive game of being able to let the decks do some cool, crazy thing. So, I don't like playing against people that make those tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 decks that are min-maxed to win by turn 4. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool, and I encourage people to play the way they want to play. If you want to play, where you're competing to try to win as fast as possible, sure, you should be able to. The game was made to be played like that. But also, Magic has grown to the point that you can make a deck to do almost whatever the heck you want it to do. And it can be very amazing. It's just, should I be bombarding this planet? stacks. They've got 2 fortresses built up on this. Goodness. Play against short games aren't always fun because very few just exactly. However, I also don't like it when people, you know, take 30 minutes on one turn. Like, come on, man. We're playing a social game. But I like to do weird, crazy things.
Engaging hostile station.
So, one of my decks that I built that I need a tweak or I'm just going to redevelop is a roller coaster deck. The whole purpose is to just get as many people in my roller coaster park. What I also wanted to have the deck then do is make the roller coasters then explode, and then I kill my opponents with the explosions of the roller coasters. Unfortunately, with all the ways that artifact explosions occur typically in the game of Magic the Gathering, it's usually depending on the mana cost of those cards, and all the roller coaster cards cost 0. So they would do no damage. So I can't do what I want to do. I could figure something out, but I'd have to really sit down and figure out how to make it work. Right now, as we're improving our naval capacity and getting more ships, our energy credits is getting worse and worse just because of that outbreak. A novel zoonotic disease has appeared on Shutra 3. Without the medical technology required to combat the infection, the population is quickly succumbing to misery and death. Yikes. Shutra 3 is the one where the... Shutra has had so much happen to it. These Sorens are now slaves to some microbes, more or less. I think I want to go ahead and assist them so that way they don't die. There is a good chance, though, that this plague will end. What is left in the aftermath will depend on us. I think we're just going to be making sure we prevent them from dying, because we're getting a lot of points from them. Microbe invasion. Are they parasitic hosts? In a way, yes. Essentially, it was more about these microbes that were intelligent and seemingly communicating with each other, and then they started forming larger masses. And now, essentially, these microbes have enslaved the entire population. No, you mentioned slave trading earlier, but I don't think this is what you meant. Right? Yeah, there's currently no slaves on the market. There's slaves on the market for sale! Do I want to buy them? Desert's preference. I mean... what do these guys do? They're also delicious. Cooked chicken? Hollow bones. Job efficiency for workers, menial drones per planet size. I mean, don't really need them. It's almost as good as tax fraud. We are making our way around.
Technology researched.
Ooh, new research. Alright, so we re-rolled the society tech. I could do genetic modifications. I think I'm gonna do Arcane Deciphering, because we are gaining just minor artifacts free over time. So there's no reason not to do that. Oh, Gavel! No, I think I want to stick with the Utes Cryo Core.